So I saw a post where the Prime Minister is talking about bloggers on social media and how much we should look out for defamation suits because the things that are being said online are mean and all sorts of things. And how well he will track down these people and get them and dig them out. I don't know if Jamaica is realizing what is happening, but Mr. Prime Minister, how about you take all this energy and track down your statutory declarations? Why you don't take all this energy in finding out who the 6 parliamentarians are who are being investigated for illicit enrichment? Why you don't track down Michelle Charles, who purchased so much land in St. Thomas for just $1,000? Why you don't go track down the fact that you have the most corrupted administration in the history of our Jamaican politics? Why you and the Minister of Education don't track down better and proper ideas to get our students to be on one accord and not to kill each other? Why you don't track down that? Prime Minister, leave ordinary Jamaicans alone. As a matter of fact, we're done with you. Time come. So do anything you want to do and say anything you want to say. About sue. Go sue the Speaker of the House.
A blessed and a wonderful morning to my viewers and my subscribers them. I hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful morning. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, Mark Golding renounce his dual citizenship. Now, what the Labourite them are going to talk about? Me want to know what the Labourite them really are going to talk about now, because that's the only thing where them did have to talk about. Now Mark Golding do the right thing and renounce his dual citizenship. Also Julian Robinson as well, people. You understand me? I say, now it is up to the Labourite them time to renounce their dual citizenship, because you know, so you have a lot of them over there on the Jamaican Labour Party side that are American, British and Canadian. So people, we want to see them renounce their dual citizenship as well. Remember to leave a like on this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet, and turn on the post notification bell so whenever we drop new content, you will be first to be notified. Share the content and leave your opinion down below in the comment section. Now people, me I go play the video with Mark Golding. I give you the update. Alright, so we move forward.
Dear fellow Jamaicans, today I address you on a matter of personal significance and national importance. My decision to retain solely my Jamaican citizenship and to renounce my British citizenship. Firstly, it is important to acknowledge that having citizenship of a Commonwealth country is required under our Constitution. This provision recognizes the historical and family connections that many Jamaicans, including myself, share with other Commonwealth nations. I am a Jamaican citizen and have a Jamaican passport. I was born in Jamaica. I grew up in Jamaica. I have worked my entire life here, and I have always acted with Jamaica's best interests at heart. I have sworn allegiance to Jamaica and to Jamaica alone. My father, Professor the Honorable Sir John Golding, OJ, came to Jamaica from the United Kingdom, and I also acquired that citizenship by descent. My citizenship status has always been in full compliance with our laws and Constitution. In a democratic society, it is important that our laws reflect the collective will and evolving values of the Jamaican people. The question of eligibility requirements for political leaders to serve is important and should be addressed comprehensively as part of the ongoing constitutional reform process. that discussion should recognize that as many Jamaicans live overseas as live here, that our economy and society are deeply reliant on the support of Jamaicans overseas, and that we need talent and participation drawn from the entire Jamaican family to tackle our nation's challenges in the pursuit of national development. Based on a scientific poll that we recently commissioned, I am aware that while not an overwhelming majority, a significant percentage of our population believes that political leaders and other holders of high national office should hold only Jamaican citizenship. My father was a great servant of the Jamaican people. I love him dearly. He has always been a moral compass in my life, and I remain proud of his legacy of service, especially to persons with disabilities. Nevertheless, as someone putting myself forward to the people of Jamaica for high office, I have decided to ensure that my citizenship is not a matter of concern to those who feel strongly that persons holding high office in Jamaica should be Jamaican citizens only. Moreover, I do not want this matter to be used as a distraction by an unpopular government that has lost the trust and confidence of a majority of the Jamaican people. We must focus on the pressing issues facing our nation and solutions to give better quality of life to our people. The current administration's dismal failures in healthcare, education, social infrastructure, and the persistent problem of crime and violence need our undivided attention and collective efforts to address. It is also crucial to focus on and tackle the corruption, mismanagement, nepotism, and waste that have unfortunately characterized the current government. These issues must remain at the forefront of our national discourse. By renouncing British citizenship, when it is not legal or constitutionally required for me to do so, I demonstrate and reiterate my unwavering commitment to Jamaica. At a time when we must focus on the critical challenges facing our nation, it also eliminates the potential distraction that political opponents have grasped at in the face of electoral defeat. Thank you for your understanding, my fellow Jamaicans, and thank you for your continued support. Let us remain united in our effort.
Now that Mark Golding renounced his British citizenship, me want to see what Andrew Holness are going to make him members them do. And remember, Andrew Holness also signed a legion with the Queen and the King. You understand what I say? So he's more worse than Mark Golding. But let us see what the Jamaican Labourite Party are going to do, because I realize they want silent we know. But we not going to ever give them the chance to silence us, because we are going to stand up for our right. You understand me? I say, no, people, we all know that we in a hurricane season, and there is a hurricane, a strong hurricane that is out, and it is heading to Jamaica. So I want to make Jamaican people them to stay safe, and the Caribbean people them as well.
Hi everyone, I'm Giovanni Dennis from the Television Jamaica News Center. We're just going to give you the latest on Hurricane Beryl, and with us is our in-house Met Office reporter, Romaine Robinson. Romaine, what's the latest now on Hurricane Beryl?
Well, Beryl is still in the Eastern Caribbean. I think we have it at about 62 degrees west. Should be continuing to move further towards the west, should be moving into the Central Caribbean tonight into tomorrow morning. It's moving fairly rapidly at about 33, I think it's at 33 kilometers per hour, so this would put it just south of Jamaica sometime in the afternoon on Wednesday. It has been affecting sections of, especially the southern portion of the Leeward Islands, although the St. Vincent and the Grenadines got hit. We do also have some reports of damage in Barbados, in Tobago as well, some parts of St. Lucia, and I believe some parts of Grenada have also been affected. So most of the southern leewards have been affected by this.
How serious is the impact in those countries based on what you have?
I haven't heard of any deaths, which is good, but I have been seeing some videos on the disruption. Houses losing their roofs. We know that some boats, some arenas were damaged, that kind of thing.
We understand as well that it will lose strength by the time it reaches Jamaica. What's the forecast?
The forecast is for it to weaken from a category 4 or 3 system down to a category 1 or 2 system. Because as it is in the Caribbean now, it's still fairly hostile. We still have very strong winds in the Caribbean. We still have a lot of vertical shear. So as it moves into the Caribbean, it is likely to weaken. Plus, because of the broad spatial extent of the system, it's likely to be impacting sections of Haiti. So because of that, it's going to be weakening. A lot of the moisture is going to become more disorganized as it moves further towards the west, which is why Jamaica is likely to be less influenced by a category 4 and more likely to be influenced by a category 1 or 2.
Do Jamaicans need to take, how seriously do Jamaicans need to take this?
They need to prepare for quite a lot of rainfall. The projections are for between 75 and 150 on the high end, and this is for the eastern parishes. 150 millimeters can flood just almost anywhere. So because of that, residents, especially across eastern parishes, need to be looking out for those flash floods as they are likely to occur. Across the west, though, things aren't as bad. The rainfall projections are, I believe, for between 40 and 80 on the high end and between 15 and 35 on the low end. That's in millimeters. So the west end isn't going to be seeing the types of rainfall that the east is likely to be seeing. Plus, we also have forecasts for gusts that could possibly get past 60 knots if it maintains itself as a category 1 system, and based on the projection, based on how close it's likely to be passing just south of the island. So even though it is passing as a category 1 or 2, we're still likely to be influenced by at least tropical storm force winds, or at least category 1, low category 1 hurricane winds.
Well, there you have it, our in-house meteorologist Romaine Robinson with the very latest on Hurricane Beryl. Stay tuned to all of Television Jamaica's platforms, where we will provide you with the very latest.
Now, we all knew that this storm is a very powerful one, and I just want to say to my people in the Caribbean, in Jamaica as well, wanna stay safe, protect yourself, make sure say wanna get ready for head to a higher ground. You understand me? I say, don't wait until flood take on, because this is a very, very dangerous and a very powerful storm. So for my black brother and my black sisters, them, please stay indoor and please stay safe.
I mean, the hurricane watch has been upgraded to now warning. What's the difference?
Well, the warning implies that we do expect hurricane conditions within about 24 to 48 hours. So we could be seeing the effects of the system within that time period.
All right, so I am hoping that your map comes behind you, but we wanted you to put in perspective for us, Romaine, where the system is now and, where it is going. When should we start experiencing a depreciation in the weather conditions?
Well, Beryl is currently in the Eastern Caribbean, so it's just west of the Lesser Antilles, just west of the island chain. But we are expecting the system to move rapidly into the Central Caribbean tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday. We are expecting the system to pass just between 170 and about 140. That's the closest it's likely to come based on the projections from the Hurricane Center. It's just about 140 kilometers just south of Portland Bight. That's in Clarendon.
Now, me know say there's a lot of time when them say storm a come, hurricane a come, but it no come. But people, take this one very serious. Put up on yourself properly. Make sure say you gather on water, on drinking water, on a little tin food. You understand me? I say on a little things them we wanna definitely are gonna need, because you can't trust no shadow after dark. And to what they go on in the country right now, due to how Andrew Holness around the country, trust me, anything is possible, because God is vexed and upset with the Jamaican people because of the things that the government are implementing in our country.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has threatened actions against social media users that he labels as fake news providers. And while I can agree to a certain extent that many social media users are very abusive in their contents, I also can say that the Prime Minister's actions come across as someone who thinks that he is immune to public criticism. And any leader who thinks that he or she is immune to public criticism is a dictator, and as such is not fit for office in Jamaica. With all due respect, Mr. Prime Minister, let us reason for a few moments. Are you saying that the fact that many of our bright civil servants
have to migrate at the earliest opportunity in order to find a meaningful life because of poor working condition and poor compensation in Jamaica. Is that fake news? Is it fake news that the nation was forced to take an injection that we all knew would have been destructive? Is it fake news that though we have recorded some reduction in murders, our murder rate is still at an alarming high rate? Is it fake news that many communities in Jamaica, though they have pipes running through their communities, have not seen running water in these pipes for decades? Is that fake news? Is it fake news that many of our rules and laws that are being enacted in this nation are being enacted to oppress the poor? Is that fake news? Is it fake news that criminals are now the role models in Jamaica because they are the only ones who seem to be reaping success? Law-abiding citizens are prey to criminals in Jamaica on a daily basis. Is that fake news? Is it fake news that many of our elderlies cannot find themselves medicine? They cannot find themselves a transportation to go to the doctor, but every election day they are provided transportation to the polling station? Are these things fake news? I can continue. Do you want to reason more, Mr. Prime Minister? Are these things fake news? Is it fake news that the illicit six still hasn't been named and the public is concerned? Is it fake news that monopolies like JPS constantly take advantage of the Jamaican populace with nothing being done? Is it fake news that Usain Bolt's and the rest of investors' funds that was missing is still outstanding? Are these things fake news? So, Mr. Prime Minister, with all due respect, we appreciate what you're doing. We respect your position. We respect your office. But do not make it seem as though social media users are destroying Jamaica. Long gone the days when the traditional media controlled the minds of our people. You have bright people out here who can dissect the news and bring the raw truth to the public. So while I agree that some people are very destructive in their creating of contents for social media, I must also say, Mr. Prime Minister, you come across as a leader who pretend or thinks he is above public scrutiny or public criticism. Respect.
Now, if the Prime Minister really wants to talk about fake news, the Prime Minister is the one that spread the most fake news, including his ministers. Because who remember Christopher Tofttime come out with a plaster on his head and said that he had a broken wrist as well from an incident where he get hit from a bicycle. Now, me no see no bruises on Christopher Tofttime head anymore. And not just that, Christopher Tofttime now break his leg instead of his head and his wrist. So who are the ones that are spreading the fake news? Look at Christopher Tofttime. He spread fake news. He's the one that spread fake news. Look at the Prime Minister. They said that Parliament did a burn down. They are the one that spread fake news. But because them realize people are catch up on them and people are talk about it, them come out and say people are spread fake news upon them because they want to silence the people of Jamaica. Prime Minister, somebody did a burn down Parliament, but yet still, nobody is yet to be arrested when there was someone on camera. Uno have a camera where they walk and they follow back a person where they burn down Parliament. I first be ever see camera they walk up and down behind person. Security camera, to be exact. CCTV camera, they walk up and down behind the person. And yet still nobody is yet to be arrested. Nobody not hear about that again. And remember, a Parliament we are talking about. Dr. Christopher Tofttime, we know yes, nobody get locked up for bouncing off a bicycle. We know yes, nobody get locked up for workless driving and all and there's something there. So Mr. Prime Minister, who has spread fake news? Let the Jamaican people know who has spread fake news. But my viewers and my subscribers, all I can say to you is that look out on the eyes them. Look carefully out on the eyes and listen out on the ears because these people, they are dictators. And they try to control us, the people of Jamaica, want to tell we what we say, what we do, where we go, and when we jump. That is what they're trying to do, control us, the people of Jamaica. They're doing some stuff that they don't want to go out there in the public. I want to know, say, mainstream media will not carry those news. We don't know that. Things that when we see on the internet, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, we don't ever see it on the mainstream media. So people, want to look out on your eye carefully and ask the man who has spread false news. Remember to leave a like on this video, alright?
Dear Jamaicans, give me your undivided attention for a few minutes. This is something very important that I want to speak to you about. So make sure to pay keen attention. Now imagine, Jamaicans reach a point now where them a thief land. There is a massive land fraud happening right now in Jamaica. Jamaicans are so good at chopping that them a thief land. Yeah. So pay close attention to what I have to say, because this information that I'm giving you is going to be vitally important. Now, a few days ago, my friend called me in tears. Somebody stole her land. You're asking me, how is this possible? How can people take land and steal it? Well, I'm about to explain it to you, so pay attention. So in 2018, my friend's grandfather died and left his land, his parcel of land, to her mother, which is his daughter. The land was transferred to her mom in 2018, so valuation, survey done, title transferred, property tax paid up. This was 2018. Now, my friend insists that she has been paying the property tax for the land all along, every year, religiously. Fast forward to 2024, when her mother is now ready to transfer the property to her, and that is where the utter clap start. So, of course, they're going to go through the whole process of it again. Valuation, survey, make sure taxes are okay. When they went to the titles office now for a title search, which is required, they realized that the title is no longer in her mother's name. The title is in a complete stranger's name. When they went and did their research, their land was adversely possessed by somebody. Now, I don't know if the rules of adverse possession has changed or what, but I know that you're supposed to have 12 years. You're supposed to be occupying property for at least 12 years and paying up the taxes to adversely possess it. However, these people were able to adversely possess her property in 2021, just a mere 3 years after the land was successfully transferred to her mom. And the story doesn't end there. The person who adversely possessed her property has since sold her land for a mere $5 million, meaning that she is out of her land. Because why? The person who bought the land from the adverse possessor bought the land fair and square. And so chances are it will be very difficult for her to get that land back. She will have to draw this case through court. It's going to be a nightmare on her part just to get her birthright. This is how they're stealing lands in Jamaica. To me, it looked like them have somebody in titles office that is facilitating all of this, because this is obviously some kind of fraud. So how can you protect yourself against this? And I'm no lawyer and I am no expert, but this is what I would do. Make sure when you buy your land, you put your children's name on it, even if they are kids. Put them name on it, because guess what? When you die, the land does not have to be transferred. Also, it benefits you if you have some sort of a lien on your land, because once there's a lien on your land, they can't trouble it, right? Because bank won't get involved. They have to find a way to get bank out of it. So try to have a lien on your land at all times. This is to protect your land. Of course, you know, you have to pay whatever it is. I mean, a lien doesn't have to be for no whole heap of money. But once you don't possess the title physically and the bank has it, it is really safer with the bank. Unless there's a reason why you can't pay up the money that you owe, whatever institution. So whether it's a mortgage or whatever. But it's better for you if there is some sort of a lien on it. I'm not telling you how to do your business. I'm just safeguarding you so that you have your property. But to me, the best bet would be when you before you die, put your picnic name on the land or whoever relative where you intend to leave the land to. Put the person's name or add the person's name to the title and ensure that when you die, your portion passes on to them, and have them do the same thing with their child. That's the best thing to do, or whichever other relative. That's the best thing to do to ensure that these land vultures don't steal your birthright. With how things going on in Jamaica right now, they are going to strip us of everything. We won't own any lands anymore because they're stealing the lands and selling it to foreigners. And pretty soon, none of we gonna own anything. So take my stupid advice, share this video, please. Make sure say every Jamaican who own land or intend to own land, watch this video. And go to the link in my bio to find me on other platforms. I thank you. Have yourself a great day.